Hi. No one decided to greet us when we came back. I guess as Joey said, we should go talk to whoever may be concerned. I don't think I have anything for you, Brown. I don't remember what he was asking me for, actually, and he doesn't tell me again for some reason. Also, all my money is gone. How exactly does that work? Any other? We all know how Joey is. It's weird having something, just an easel to draw stuff on in the village. Well, I already went, but okay, cool. I don't mind this game's interpretation of the village too much. I really do like the idea of being able to draw stuff here and go up and down and all around to access new things over time. You didn't have like evolving, well, you didn't have much gameplay proper in the village in other games, insofar as like you couldn't platform around it. I did like that you got to move in 2 dimensions instead of 1. I think I know it. I think you know what I mean. At least like not side-scrolling. I did like that a lot. I think it was the right choice, but it is also nice to be able to actually just run around and platform and whatnot and have things to explore and do. Of course, at the same time, in the first game, I didn't think the platforming engine was very good. It's a lot more solid in this one. And in the DS version of the same game, of course. Okay, I figured that would just mean you could get... Sure. I figured that would really just mean that you could get in and out of the shop with ease, but... I don't think there's anything to do in creational. I like how this ominous looking thing is just in the middle of town. Okay, cool. Do I have to find Mary instead? By the way, what was your name? I don't quite remember what it was. I really just like Kirka, which I think these days it's usually pronounced Circe or something instead. Joey just does not acknowledge me. But I don't know if her name's supposed to be similar to that or not. Oh yeah, you're the one who wanted the radishes. Cool. Now what? Is a thank you all I get? Okay. Wait, Joey, you were... It's not allowed. You weren't on the left side. No, he doesn't. Well, hold on. I get a very good look at it. Is it just like the raccoon mask or a mask? Okay, totally opposite interpretations of what's going on here. I appreciate your creativity, Joey, but I don't know if it's what we need. The walking animation in this game is hilarious. Just the strut they do. I just go back there. Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Don't think there's gonna be anything else to do over here right now. Oh yeah, you were the fast guy. I already did complete it. It's just like cashed it in now, so to speak, for nothing in exchange, apparently. No one's saying they want more stuff anymore. Yeah, I guess I'll just head back. Oh, now you have the words for me. What? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, to be perfectly honest. And I wouldn't mind, like... Well, I would say I wouldn't mind a vehicle, but... games tend not to do that sort of thing very well. Anyways, let's head on back. Any new words from you? Define fun. I didn't mind it, actually. I do think this game just goes a bit too far in zooming out so much, because you can't really see the things that you draw. I imagine that they heard that this was an issue with the first game. That what lots of people call screen crunch, where you just don't have much vision outside of the screen, which is a huge pain in a platformer, and it plagues many handheld platformers. Dumpling trees. It's not usually where dumplings come from in my experience, but okay. Alright, there you go. I'm starting to kind of internalize using the C button for everything, as little sense as that makes to me. Okay. So kind of like the first game again, you just go through a door and then all this other stuff. Yeah, they really... This one's a lot closer. It's funny that this is made by a different studio, but it feels so much closer to the first game in lots of ways. And then it feels like they very deliberately tried to correct for the whole screen crunch issue, but I think they overcorrected. Not that it's bad from a gameplay standpoint, seeing so much stuff on the screen, but like this is a game where you want to see the thing that you make, which I think is also part of why the player character and everything was so big in the first game. That, and also so you can see the nice pixel art with like some actual pixels to work with. Get the monkey tail. Why is there a monkey tail to get? Tail. Oh, I found it. I'll draw it. Okay. That's a thing. I know a character with a monkey tail. Give me a second. I'm going to make a very vague imitation of a particular monkey tail. Oh, sorry. Okay. Got a good reference. Turns out a new reference material was recently made for this character. Oh man, I got multiple choices. Skunk tail. Spade. Rattlesnake tail? Fantastic. Okay. Anyways, which end is which? The game doesn't really tell you very clearly. Hold on. So the right end is the base. Okay. So I don't know why it's sideways like this. So I'm basically drawing the tail sticking up. That's strange to me, but it's fine. Yeah, okay. Get in the drawing position. Oh, stop jumping around. Oh my god. It was better earlier, but I don't know why it's back to this. Insane jitteriness. I feel like... I do swear some games are worse about it than others. I don't know the technical details of like how a game developer uses Wii Remote input, but I feel like some games, for some reason, are substantially worse at keeping the Wii Remote input stable. I have a feeling you just get raw input from the controller. It says, I think I'm like this distance and at this angle or something like that. And then from there, the game has to decide how to draw the pointer on the screen or something like that. And also they have to decide how much smoothing they want to apply. And sometimes it's just... Some games manage it okay, others just don't. Okay, anyways. Why are you all the way over here? Aren't you? I guess that is kind of a blue color. It's just odd seeing it next to the purples. It does seem like more of a purple than a violet. Anyways, but okay. So I think we do have a beige color that's kind of like what I want already. There are two main colors here. There is one thing I want to experiment with here. Maybe like that. Let me try a few different things. That one's not too bad. If I get something slightly more yellowish than that. Honestly, if I get something between those two, that might be good. Did that just... That's really just pure... It feels pretty good. So that's how it'll start. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with the proportions a little bit again compared to the source material here, but... Jeez, stop that. My god, stop moving up and down. This is not the direction you need to be moving in. It's just kind of hard to see against the background. I don't know how thick I should make the tail. For the moment, I might actually just do the... There are colors involved here, but I might just do a silhouette of the whole thing first. Nice of the basic shape of it. I'm glad I'm playing this game after the other Drawn to Life games, because this one is a unique challenge to try to draw things in. Substantially more so than the others. I don't know if the attempt to draw this at like an angle really came through or not. You can barely see the kind of bend there, I guess. It does feel a bit thicker than it should be, too. Allow me to rectify that by thickening it further. Okay, also... I also drew this the wrong way, didn't I? Yep. Yeah, okay. Hold on. So you got the idea here, but, oh, hold on. Keep the color. Yeah, let's take another shot at this. I drew the thing upside down, essentially. Or mirrored it. I don't know why they have the thing in one orientation. Why don't I get to draw it in the orientation I'll usually see it? The preview has a different orientation than the actual drawing window does. Also, why is there no clear screen button anymore? I do find that annoying. Okay. Calm down, stop jumping around, oh my god. Stop, oh my god. Okay. This is a really simple thing I'm trying to make here too, by the way. Like, there's not much, there isn't almost any fine detail to the thing I'm trying to make right now. I'll probably still try to like shade it and whatnot, but right now I'm just trying to make a shape. A pretty vague shape, actually I don't want that there. It is so hard not to have this thing just jump vertically every single time I move it. I authentically don't know why it's doing this either. I don't know why it jumps vertically every time I move horizontally. Okay, sure. That really doesn't have the proportions I was looking for. But I think I'll just take it at this point. Okay. I think the other main color I want, that works pretty well. If I was going to be super picky, I might prefer something slightly less saturated, but I think it works well enough. There is one little thing I want to experiment with here. We'll see that in a second. But for the moment, I just want to make this whole thing that you've seen so far, and that I've drawn so far on this end. Something buggy is going on. You can see that those white pixels that are showing up down there. It's an odd graphical bug. Yeah, it takes patience to draw in this game. Undoubtedly. Probably a little bit less if you don't have a malfunctioning Wii Remote and Sensibar, I guess, but even then. I'm trying to kind of vaguely, there is a bit of a shape this is supposed to have at the end, which I'm trying to kind of vaguely get, but it is indeed vague. That could be more visible if I smoothed out the sides otherwise. Okay, but otherwise, what I also want here is I want to try blending these. No more cross-hatching or whatever, or dithering, or like try to get things to blend well. I want something better than that. If you're willing to put in the time, I think at this point we can make basically arbitrarily smooth transitions of colors. So that's what I want to try doing. Just do this a few times. This is definitely another thing that takes quite a bit of patience to do, but if you really did it seriously enough, I'm certain that you can make this look like insanely smooth. I'm not going to put a ton of time into this, but I can even then just look up there. Like that is pretty smooth, all things considered. I really do want to fix up this bit here though a little bit, because I want the shape coming through. It kind of accomplishes something, I guess. Very vaguely, but it's something. Okay. And then from here, I can just shade it a little bit. So give me a highlight color. It is funny just having like a paint mixing element to the drawing stuff in this game now. It's like a whole new mechanic for drawing stuff. My god. If I try to draw vertically, it also jumps to the side half the time. I'm not sure I'm gonna try to shade that part. I actually might just not. You can't undo that many times. I can't leave that like that though. Alright, get rid of you. And now darker color. At some point I might kind of fall beyond the very crude type of shading that I'm doing here, where I basically just add highlights on one side and shadows on the other. I'm not sure how I'll try to play with that though. Yeah, trying to shade it across this part would be awful. I wasn't thinking too much about that. I am thinking, well, I do kind of want to see. This might, I'm experimenting right now, of course, but this might not be an experiment I repeat in the future. I'm curious if I'm basically just thinking that this shadow color is a little bit darker than I would have liked. I'm also kind of curious if it might look nice if I smooth it out a little bit this way. I also do want the shadow to be a bit bigger. And of course, now I don't want to shade across all these different colors. I might do something kind of like... halfway through, I just use these colors. And then I'll make shading colors for the more tan portion. Use those as well. Yeah, this is definitely not turning out pretty so far, I will openly admit. This is still only an incredibly vague imitation of what it's supposed to be, but I think more than anything I'm figuring out how to do interesting things that could someday lead to something that looks kind of cool. But don't, even if only in theory. I don't know how many nice looking things I expect to be able to make in this game. This does kind of have the issue where I'm just mixing with black to make a shadow color, which does come with the issue of just desaturating everything. Which, like I've mentioned before with reference to Battlefield New Bottom, does not work for precisely these kinds of beige shades, because they just turn into gray. But for now, I'm just going to have to live with it. Like I was saying before, I don't think there's a good way to just make something more saturated in this game. Oh. Why is 2 not redo? I don't get that. Why is there no redo button? Okay. Like... there you go. It's something. Anyways, I did want to make something appropriately, not super, what do you call it? Ambitious. So what I did was I made Lolo's Tale from Klonoa. I think I was talking recently about wanting to just, like, acknowledge Klonoa again at some point in my life. My god, it's huge. We'll have a tail next time, I promise. So, hey, since Klonoa's on my mind. And I happen to know someone who has a tail in that game.